You did not read that title wrong. I absolutely snatched my edges out this summer, and I didn't share it initially right away because I was like, we're gonna turn this negative into a positive, and I'm gonna share how I grew them back. But if you're interested, then just keep watching. Also, please ignore this thing right here. I went to a facialist last week and it's just like something underground, but I'm going on a trip in a couple days. I don't want to like risk like popping it or whatever. I just think it's gonna make it way worse. So like, just act like it's not here. I'm gonna do my makeup as well. I will link all the products down below. But first, I want to start off the story with how we even got here, okay? It was the summer of 2023. aka like May, June of this year. But I believe that I put my braids in back to back. Either I put braids in back to back or I put braids in like mini twists back to back. Usually that's not a problem for me, but this time it was, and I will tell you why. If you're new to my channel, I typically put my braids and my twists in, and I will leave like maybe 3 or 4 day buffer in between for my hair to have like a little break. But I don't do like a long like wait another month or wait like a couple weeks or anything like that. I usually don't do that. In the summertime, it's like protective style after protective style after protective style. My hair in the past has never had that issue. So I was like, in my book, in the clear. I was like, you know, whatever. Like I took my braids down, gave them like a couple of days or whatever to chill. It's time to put our twists in or my braids. I can't remember, but I know it was 2 like small styles like this back to back. First, let's just look at the damage. Okay, this is what happened. My edges, they was gone. They said, girl, we're out of here. And I knew that it was a problem when I took my braids out. Or actually when I took like the second style out. I don't know if it was like the twist or a braid, but when I took my second style out of the summer, it was very, very tender over on this side. That's like this temple that you guys saw. It was so tender. And usually when I take my hair down, like it's a little tender, there's a little bit of something. Because you've just like put all this stress on your hair, removing it and brushing and all that type of stuff. But it was like tenderoni. When I like got in the mirror and really analyzed it and looked at it better, I was like, oh yeah, you got your edges, babe. The other thing that I ignored when I put my second style in is that, you know how I always tell you guys, if you ever have braids or sew-in or anything like that that's like pulling at your hair, causing a lot of tension, if it starts itching like immediately, it just feels super itchy, you can never like get the itch to go away, your edges, the follicles are gone there. And that's what was happening. But I kind of ignored it, and I don't know why, because I don't usually ignore things like that. And I think the issue was that I was braiding a little too tight and putting a little bit too much tension on this part right here. And like my edges right here, I can show y'all now because they didn't grow back. My edges right here, the hair isn't super long, so I have to grip really well what is here. I have to grip it well, but also loosely enough that it doesn't cause tension. I think that when I put my first set of braids in, I probably gripped them a little tighter than I should have, and then I added insult to injury with my second style. That's how they got snatched out. And as you can see, like through the rest of the summer, I still wore protective styles. I'm still wearing protective styles, but I did change up a couple of things. The main question I know you guys want to know is like, okay, so since you ripped it out, how did you grow it back? I first like was just like a little unsure. I was like, girl, what have you done? And I kind of took like a little break. This wasn't the time that I flat ironed my hair. This was the time where you guys saw me wearing, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw me wearing like a slick back bun for the entire week. And I slicked my hair back with oils and stuff. I did that specifically because my edges got ripped out. And if you follow me on Instagram, I have my Kitchen Beauticians little channel over there where I talk to you guys, share stuff with you, like let you guys vote on certain stuff. I showed y'all pictures and like I shared like little video clips in there too. So if you're not tuned in on Instagram, I will put a link down below for like our little community channel on Instagram or whatever, but they be hearing it first, and they knew about this a while ago, and they knew I was gonna post like how I saved them and how I like kind of grew them back. And part of that was just like sort of to rehab my hair and give it a little bit of a break, because I was like, I can't keep applying that tension to that same spot. So if you're ever in that situation and you're like, okay, my edges is ripped out, the answer is not to go get another high tension hairstyle. I resorted to a style that was still protective, but it was just larger. And this is when you guys saw me put in my jumbo twists. Now, I have mentioned on here before that jumbo twists are not necessarily my favorite style. I think that they're cute for a certain amount of time, and after that time has passed, I feel like they start to look like very meh. The other thing too is because I had not figured out how to like wash my hair or do like a wash day routine with my twists, which you guys know I've done it with my braids before. If you don't, I will link that video for you guys down below. But I was like, I really don't have any other choice other than putting twists in my hair, like a larger style twist, because I know that style, it will give me like the ease, like the everyday ease that I want right now. But I know that I can also give that point of my hair, that stress point that has been like snatched, I can give it a break with larger twists. You guys have asked me on here plenty of times, will I start doing wigs? Y'all would love for me to like share wig. I have no information to share about wigs. I don't know nothing about no wigs. I have never worn wigs. I can't tell you much about them. And I just have this thing where I feel like I need to be able to touch the scalp of my head whenever I want to, not just when I go home. I decided on a jumbo twist. That was kind of like, I feel like I went back and forth on how I got there, but anyways, the jumbo twist is what I ultimately decided on. If you're interested in that tutorial, just check down below. I have it linked for you guys. They came out very cute. I will say they stayed very cute for like a week, maybe 2. After that, they kind of start getting ratty looking. But as far as like growing my hair back and what it looks like today, this is what my hair looks like the last time I took my hair down and like did my braids, which is these. I was literally oiling my hair every morning and night. Every morning and night. And if you watch my channel and you're not new here, you know the oil I was using. I was using Jamaican black castor oil, but I also was mixing it with the Mielle, what is that oil called? They're like olive oil, or no, tea tree, whatever oil. You guys know what oil I'm talking about. Those 2 oils, those were all I was using. Sometimes I would mix them together. Sometimes I would put one versus the other. So I would use like maybe the Mielle oil twice a day one day. Sometimes I'll use the Jamaican black castor oil twice a day one day. It wasn't really any rhyme or reason to it. It was just the fact that I knew both of those oils had hair growth properties. I think the biggest thing though that I learned throughout this whole process was that your edges, like I already knew this, but it just really drove it home for me that my edges are super fragile. And regardless of like how many times like I've done something before and it has worked for me, you can have a slip up, you can change, or your hair can change. I don't know all the ins and outs of hair. I tell y'all all the time, I am nobody's licensed cosmetologist. What are we? We are kitchen beauticians. We are figuring this out as we go, and that's what was happening for me. It was like 6 weeks I put oil on my hair every morning and night. The other thing that I did too was I started massaging that point of my head and getting the circulation going, which I was reading, and like that's good for your hair growth, to just like stimulate that hair growth in that area and stimulate like the blood flow and the circulation. It didn't look so terrible, but it felt so bad. And I feel like my after picture, you can really tell like, oh, like her hair is back there. Like, yeah, I somehow got it to come back. Other thing that I was thinking about, which made me be like even more like adamant about getting my hair to grow back, was you cannot put a relaxer over like a damaged hair follicle like that. I'm relaxing my hair again at the end of, or the beginning of October, I think like the 5th or the 6th, I'm gonna be relaxing my hair again. Don't y'all worry, I'm gonna be editing that thing very quick so y'all can watch it. So yeah, I'm gonna finish my makeup. I'll let you guys watch the little lo-fi. All I have to do left is like my eyes, put my lashes on, a little bit of powder blush, and a lip, and we'll be good to go. That is our finished look today. It's very fall. I'll have everything I use for this makeup look down below, as well as all the videos I mentioned and the oils that I use. I'll have those linked down below so you don't even have to ask. Yeah, that's it. Don't be snatching your edges out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.